Yo 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 yo. Brooklyn Nets, Toronto Raptors, Blake Griffin. Joe Harris. James Harden. Kevin Durant. Bertabur bintang banget berkomen. Gokil. This Butcher. Pascal second.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. 2019's most improved player, Pascal Siakam, went from an energy player to an all-star. Siakam said, after every season, I look at the things I have to do better. When the summertime comes, I just attack it and work. It's about making sure that I'm a better player than I was the year before. Kevin?
Oh, you know what? I love that work ethic. Thanks, DA. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
So the Nets starting five. They've got Harris, Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Griffin in at the five. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Ed VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Boucher in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And above the rim play, always captivating, Steve. We should see a lot of that tonight.
And Kevin, I'm so excited. You know, I play under the rim, so to get a chance to watch guys play well above, I am getting my popcorn ready.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. And here's Harris from the arc. Here's Irving, and he lays it straight in.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
And a wide open one for Siakam. Good from outside. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Here's KD. Good for the basket. Starting
KD,
off
Kevin Durant.
1-for-1 with that shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And that one's good. Griffin.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer. I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
James Harden.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. Van Vliet outside to the wing on the left. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All Van Vliet does is make winning plays.
Pass to Harris.
Yes.
On the wing, Harden. Over Lowry. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Irving. Harden's got his second basket of the game.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
And you look over the course of Kyle Lowry's career, he's bounced around for quite some time, but boy, has he found a home in Toronto.
And you know, GA, a few summers back, had a chance to leave, but he stayed with the Toronto Raptors. What a decision that was. Reason why, he helped lead this team to their first title. Kyle Lowry's beloved by this franchise. He'll go down as one of the all-time great Raptors.
First one falls for him.
You know, he's a tough kid who comes from a tough town, Philadelphia. You just love Lowry's spirit and his fight.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Brown's
2 kali
checked
full
in.
dia. James Harden.
And so Lowry nails both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Pass to Durant from deep three-point range. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Durant's got 5 now.
You better start picking him up at half court. KD is that kind of shooter.
Boucher with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Here's Van Vliet, and he drops it in from the low post.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Down low.
Aduh.
By Van Vliet. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Lowry. Finished off the break.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
In the corner, it's Harris. The kick out to Brown. Takes the 3. That shot missing. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Here's Anunoby. No good that time. Great D that time from Durant. Pushing it up. Brown.
Nice.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he
Chris
draws
Brown.
so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Raptors trail by 5. Here's Siakam. And yes, it's good. He's got 6. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Irving kicks to KD. In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Here's Griffin. It's blocked.
Keblok dong.
Now running. Here comes Lowry pushing the ball up. Anunoby.
That's what you get from a veteran playmaker. If you get open, Lowry will find you.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so It's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that part.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
You know, when you talk to Kyrie, smart guy, cerebral guy, thinks about the game at the highest level.
Passes it to Trent. Here's Birch. 1:41 left in the first quarter. Great D that time from Green. Irving with the ball. He's got 5. Jeff Green on the wing. Covered by Hood. On deep.
Oh.
And it's Irving missing. Raptors trail by 4. Trent passes to Lowry. Green with the block.
Dapat kau.
Shamet finds Irving. Got that bucket
Good.
in no time at all. Irving's got 7 points.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Toronto, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. And here is Baines. Still getting warmed up offensively. No score yet from him. Count it.
And it's kind
Tipis.
of easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
On the wing, Brown. Nailed from
Nice.
three-point land.
No.
He's got 5.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Here's Trent. He's covered by Shamet. Shamet with the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good work defensively by Lowry. Raptors trail by 7. Right side Hood. Here's Birch. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great
Sebenarnya down
results.
dari sini.
Irving attacking. Right block shot. 2 points. That one goes.
A strong finisher, Kyrie exhibits good body control after contact.
Lowry inside the line. And no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half.
Dia ada besar naik.
Going on cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense, and I feel like we're at that level to start the game, and then, you know, it's about who can last at that level the longest.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost.
Aduh.
We see that here early on.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Landry Shamet is out there with Harden. Then there's Brown, and it's Green, and it's Claxton in at the 5 down low.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here is Harden after the Raptors pick up 2. Here's Shamet,
Yalah.
and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court, as the Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Now here's Durant following the miss by Pascal Siakam. On the wing, Green. Harris passes to Harden.
Oh.
Three-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Out to KD. Shoots the three. And it's
Saga.
Toronto with the rebound. Anunoby passes to Trent. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Trent's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
And Harden launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. Shot clock at 5. Van Vliet outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Fred Van Vliet, a weapon from the outside, has a great shot that he can pull up at a moment's notice. He's consistent on catching shoots as well as off the dribble. Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
4 kali loh gagal.
Called the Nets.
And with Van Vliet, about
One
half
minute.
of his shots are from deep.
You're right, GA. That's the #1 part of his offense, of his game right now. He can shoot it deep, but he also can drive it. He shoots a low field goal percentage from those shots because of the distance. But I love Fred Van Vliet. He knows how to play.
Hood's checked in for the Raptors. Irving's checked in for the Nets. And here's Harden for 3. That shot, no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Hood for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Inside. Swiped away. Anunoby with it. He's picked up by KD. Fast break Toronto. Van Vliet can't get it to go. KD draws the double. Stolen by Van Vliet. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Van Vliet with the ball. There's the pass to Anunoby. Siakam with it. Kicks it to Hood. Clock at 6. Pass to Van Vliet. And again, no good by Toronto.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
The deep 3 from Durant. The long distance 3 is buried. Durant's got 8 points.
Just what this offense is designed to do. Get Durant these kinds of looks.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Hood. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the
Kok
free throw
Irving
line.
full.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Toronto, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The first free throw is good.
Rodney Hood has good size at 6'8". Really uses his frame well to get his shots off.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Chris Boucher. Kem Birch comes in for Pascal Siakam. Johnson, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Lowry in for Fred VanVleet. Now here's Griffin. Left side Harris. Fires from the corner. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Harris has got his first points of the game.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
Hood against Irving. Yep, that one goes in there. Hood's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
27 seconds left in the first half. That one goes in. Harris has got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets. Toronto's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Hits it from three-point range. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Nets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Al Harden, 10 points for him. Now here's Johnson. And a missed layup. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Halftime show.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal. And it was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. And their lead was 7 when they reached the end of the first quarter. Going through the second quarter, they started to look a bit fatigued, but played well enough to enjoy a 5-point cushion here at the half. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Yet again, we're seeing the offensive brilliance of James Harden, able to see openings develop before they actually happen. And when you have that kind of anticipation, it makes you nearly undaunted.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
They've gotten a lot from their interior.
And that'll do it for our halftime.
Hey.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slot. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Boucher in at the center, locking down the middle. That's Nick Nurse's fault as we get into the second half. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. And Brown drops them both. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
This is the modern day big. Siakam can stretch you out and can hurt you right at the rim.
Lowry against Irving. He dishes it to Durant. There's the triple. Irving misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Anunoby passes to Boucher. Power down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly. OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Here's Harden. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hands, he's very smart, making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Take a break. 2 shots.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Andrew Shamet comes in for James Harden. And so he hits both.
Good
Here's
job.
Van Vliet. Siakam outside. A second chance effort. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Siakam's got the lead up to 1 now for Toronto. Irving dishes to Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
The Nets haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. The free throw drops for Jeff Green. The Raptors making a switch here. Trent's checked in, and a change for the Nets. Harris is checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
Here's Trent. But they recover it. Three-pointer, Lowry sinks the triple. Lowry's got 9.
Like a lot of jump shooters, Lowry's much more consistent when he gets his looks within the flow of the offense.
Irving with the bounce pass. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. For 3, Harris. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Siakam against Green. Van Vliet outside. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. On the wing, Irving. And it's blocked. Lowry with the ball. 9 points in the game so far, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Ken Burch is checked in for Chris Boucher. And a change for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Outside Lowry. Back to Van Vliet. A 3 from downtown, and it's it's Kyle Lowry with the three. Lowry's got 8 points in the quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Outside, Green. Pass to Shamet. It's tipped. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Johnson comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Hood subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Birch. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's an 8-point lead.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Nets trail by 8. Irving way outside. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, GA, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters.
And Griffin sends it back.
Griffin has great timing. That's the reason why he blocked that shot.
Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter, aggressive move inside.
Toronto leading by 6. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Raptors. The Nets also changing it up. Kevin Durant comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's James Harden in for Irving. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. It's going to be VanVleet shooting. Jeff Green picks one up. For Toronto, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
He's gone from undrafted to a champion. Fred VanVleet has come a long way, and he's not done yet, in my opinion.
Griffin kicks to Harden. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And really credit their advantage on the backcourt. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control. Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Durant finds Harris. Connects from three-point range. Harris has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Nets.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
VanVleet looking around. To the middle. Here's Baines, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
There's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from James Harden. It's stolen by Harris. Here's the break. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Perfect job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
The Nets have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. The free throw off from Harris. Here's Anunoby. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? It's the Raptors up by 6. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Griffin. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's KD in at the small forward.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
7'2" wingspan. OG Anunoby throwing it down.
Nets trail by 8. Here's Harden, and it's blocked.
Blok lagi dong.
Lowry with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now.
Dapat
Chris
kau.
Boucher's checked in for Ken Burch. And it's Pascal Siakam in for Johnson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Claxton's checked in.
You can see why he loves to play in transition. You give Durant a head of steam, there's no stopping him.
Raptors leading by 6. Van Vliet passes to Boucher. And
Dapat kau lagi.
sends it right off the glass.
Dapat.
Harden against Lowry. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
Usually you wouldn't want your big man to do that, but Griffin is no ordinary forward.
Boucher kicks to Lowry. Over Harden, and the rejection by Harden. Griffin down low, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
That's what Griffin is known for best, his unreal vertical, which allows him to go over defenders.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one made. And so they foul intentionally. Irving's checked in for the Nets. Harden against Lowry. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Brooklyn trailing. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And the Raptors call time here.
And coach can't like what he's seeing.
Aduh, pusing banget dia.
Them refocus.
It's so easy
Good
to
boy.
get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout and listening to Nick Nurse talk to his team, this game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Evan?
Okay, David, thanks. Anunoby. And he goes in for the dunk.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
And here is KD. Got a piece of it. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Boucher passes to Lowry. Van Vliet right side. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots. The shot by Lowry, no good. Irving against Anunoby. Harris outside. Back to Durant. Griffin trying to get open. And
Good.
that one's good. Durant's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't
Kevin
fix it.
Durant.
They keep getting it in the paint
Bener.
and continue to score.
Kita nunggu di belakang aja. No.
Siakam.
Sabar.
Sinks to the post. And the Raptors lead by 2.
I'll tell you, Siakam's earned these opportunities. He can get you buckets when you really need them.
Kicks it out to Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. And it goes
Aduh,
out of
out loh.
bounds. Last touch by Irving.
How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
Now Siakam. This one for three. Rebounded by the Nets. Harden's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And an Obi sends it back.
Showing signs of being a high-level defender. Anunoby can guard multiple positions and challenge shots.
And finished off by Siakam.
Sky high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, that shot off, and Toronto will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Pass to Harden. Back to Griffin. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
.54 seconds left in the game. Here's Siakam. It drops.
Stepping up in a big way. Siakam proving he's got guts to deliver in the clutch.
Irving against Lowry. And here's KD for 3. And Toronto with the rebound.
4 kali
So
loh.
they choose to intentionally foul.
Ada 4 poin.
35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now here's
Ngulur
Lowry.
waktu ya sampai.
Six to shoot. Van Vliet outside. That's it. Coming off an assist from Lowry. Now it's a 7-point Toronto lead.
Fred's a bit of a streak shooter from out there, but when he's feeling it, he's deadly.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They trail by 7. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth.
Pascal Siakam.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Pascal Siakam.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 7. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Shamet. Long range from the inbound.
Nggak bisa.
Not going to go that time. And so it's Toronto winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyle, congrats on the win. What did you guys want to accomplish and get this win?
Everybody played. We all played together. You know, we stayed, aggressive and stayed the course of the game.
Thanks again, Kyle. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.